Yeah. So, this is gonna be the release community meeting for Nameless. I appreciate you all for coming along to it. And me and Mr. Nick over here are gonna give you some information and some um just grounds on joining the server and RPM within the server.
Yep. You want to just get that document back open?
1 second.
Do you want to kick that off and then let me know when you want me to take over? I'm just still kind of working on stuff.
I'm just gonna check the document real quick. I lost where it is. Fuck. Not that. I'm the one who posted it. Why have I lost it? Right. So, to make everyone aware of certain things. So the first thing I want to talk about is probably one of the most important things about any server is the rules. There are some rules that are not in other servers that we thought would be solidifying your RP experience more than other servers. So please read every rule. And of course, if you don't, well, it's gonna be a harsher punishment the first time around. But that is the serious stuff out of the way for now. But first of all, generally, I just want to say thank you for each and every one of you guys, all the way through the development. It's been so good. Everyone's been so supportive, so understanding. We've had probably 3 pushbacks, 4 pushbacks due to IRL and other stuff in our lives. So I just want to say I appreciate you all, and this has been a dream for a long time, and we want to give every one of you so much appreciation, because without you guys this wouldn't be how amazing it is, and it's just about to open. Anything that you want to say on that topic, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'd say, yeah. So we have had to push it back a little bit, but I mean, still better than GTA 6, so I think we're going good. Not having to push back that far.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, honestly, it's been pretty fun trolling you guys every day of the week, saying soon TM. I'm sure some of you got PTSD already. But yeah. So the first server topic we wanted to talk about in this short list is gonna be in the first tsunami, just so everyone can get situated with the EMS and the PD jobs and all that kind of stuff. There isn't going to be any crime in the first tsunami, so everyone can create the characters, get situated, get dressed, understand where everything is, and all that kind of stuff. For those that wasn't in the training prior, and then for the tsunami as well, you can do activities like fishing and all the other civilian jobs. So there's plenty of other things to do than just do crime. Also, I just want to say, as an outlook thing for the server, I would definitely say check around some spots, and you may find some people that'll be important in the future. That's the only hint you're gonna get, and hopefully you guys are good at hide and seek, because you're gonna need to be. Because yeah, even I was struggling to find some spots. So
Yeah, so just on that quickly.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's just to. I know it'll be a bit annoying for some people being like, oh well, I want to make a criminal, but I can't do crime straight away. It's just so that we don't have people running off to just immediately go do grinding for all this crim stuff when they know that there's not enough PD to respond to them. We just want to encourage having RP over the grinding and all that. So yeah, it's just going to be just the first tsunami, so not that long. You'll be able to do all the crim stuff afterwards, but just while we get everyone situated and make sure that the police can actually respond to you and it's all fair.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, you're fine. It's very important information to add. So if there is an issue in the city, there's a couple of ways to do it. Obviously, situation by situation. The one thing we want to stress is if there is any fail up here or anything like that, or straight OOC, continue the scene and then report it afterwards. Because the worst thing that we want to do is stop someone RPing just to report something. But if you find any bugs, obviously we have a channel for that. If you see a similar one, post it in the same post, and then obviously with any queries and questions, create a ticket, and then obviously suggestions are just your ideas, obviously. But yeah, anything else on that, Mr. Nick?
Yes, we do have the in-game report menu as well, but that's still kind of in testing. I tested it a bit and it was working, but GTA loves to fuck me over, so whenever I bring stuff to the live server, sometimes it just doesn't work. So you can try /report in game. If it doesn't work, just go through the Discord, because that's all faithful and it'll be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the report menu in game is good because it allows the mods to directly message you in game. So like if something's majorly scuffed up to the point where you can't RP past it, or there's a hacker running around, like you can directly talk to the mods through that.
Also, please be aware /OOC is a generalized thing, so everyone in the whole city will see it if you do /OOC.
Yeah, you can do /OOCL if it's just for the local people around you. I think it's like 100-meter radius, maybe.
Yeah. I think the next thing we'll go on to in this quick list is gonna be applying for a business. So I know there's a handful of people that's DM'd me directly, which those people need to read the rules first of all. But anyway, regardless of the he has, businesses will not be a thing for at least 4 to 5 weeks. We will announce maybe through Discord or in city in how and when to do so. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear so then you guys ain't confused that, oh, I said to you about a business, blah blah blah. It isn't gonna be a thing for a while, so just create your plans and all that lot, but keep it until we explain that we are ready to open up the business center and have interviews and actually do things in roleplay rather than through a Discord ticket like a lot of other places do. Um, the one huge thing about the server is I want to explain that changes is gonna happen 24/7 for at least the first year of the server. We have a lot of stuff that has to even out a bit, and economy wise, and how cars drive, and everything else. So if you see something that's like skew if or something, just understand we are a very, very small developer team compared to almost any other server out there. So yeah, we're gonna be doing our utmost quickest to rectify any issues, and I shit you not, there is a very long list of cars to be tuned, and I and Squirrel have been on it for the whole of the server, and it's still an ever growing project because we want to make sure they drive certain ways and also enjoyable for everyone as well. Anything else to add to that, Nick?
No, yeah, definitely. If you see like what we call the debug zone, so if you see like red circles or squares around the place, just raise it with us in a ticket or in a bug report somewhere. It's not a bug, but it's just good to know where it is so I can turn it off. Because it's not going to hurt you, but it's a bit ugly to look at. So I'm doing my best to turn all of those off, but some of them will sneak by me.
All right, and then just to wrap up for the last little topic, I didn't realize how quick this was about to go, but just want to remind you guys, if you're interested in EMS, PD, or DOJ, please come to the police station. That is going to be in Mission Row PD. To come and ask for roles. At the beginning, there's no application, so this is the time to apply / try out. And yeah, this is the only one time you get. In the future there will be applications, so this is the ideal time. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's a good place to leave it there. And if anybody's got any
Actually,
questions,
one more,
okay.
really, before we take questions. Um, did you end up getting through to the whitelist stuff for the PD, the clothing?
Not right now, no.
No, that's fine. Okay, so just one quick thing. If you see like EMS or PD clothing in the clothing menu, like especially when you're making a character, please, if you're not actually a cop, just don't use it. We will be handing out wands and kicks and bans for that type of thing. Um,
Yep.
Eventually it will be whitelisted, but as of right now, it's not. So I'm just asking you very kindly, please don't be wearing that clothing. It's very obvious to know which it is. It'll say like LSPD or like police or EMS or something on it. Like you won't miss it. So
100%.
yeah, if you're not a cop or an EMS, just don't wear that stuff. And if you do, well, yeah,
Yeah.
there'll be there'll be something, either a kick or a ban or a something.
Yeah, as you were saying, it's like we know you guys got common sense, but some people will just be like, haha,
Yeah,
this is really funny. I've got this on. Like, yeah, no, it's not funny.
yeah, exactly. And like um yeah, maybe if you like, if you see someone that's like obviously not PD or EMS and they're like wearing it, flaunting it around, maybe just like a gentle reminder, nothing OOC, but just like, oh, like even in RP you could be like, oh, you could get in a lot of legal trouble for that, or like,
Yep.
something like that, just to be like, hey, that's not on. Um and then you can also just report that to us if you do notice someone running around in that stuff, and you don't have to be certain that they're not a cop or EMS, but if you think they're not, then just raise it with us and we can always check.
Yep. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions, you can either raise your hand to come up to the stage, or you can ask through the text chat. server time. Server time base.
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah.
So that means oh, as in like when the server um yeah, like it's just like a normal RP, so it's not like
Yeah, it's
uh
not. It
it's
doesn't have any like city lore or whatever. It's just.
yeah, it's
It's
just like
yeah.
current current day and age. All right.
Is there a working EMS feedback system yet?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
So
Yes.
to answer your question with that, we'll show you how it works in City as well when you're actually working with it. Basically, if you go down, you'll see you'll have the option to, uh, so if you go down and there's like a local around, they can call EMS for you. If there's people around, the people should be the first priority of like, RPing out the scene and like trying to get you medical attention, actually talking to EMS. But if you're down and there's no one else there to help you, you can uh you can get a local to call EMS for you, and then when the EMS attaches to the dispatch call, it'll actually tell the person that's down saying, "Hey, someone's responding to this." And I guess the RP reasoning behind that is like, "Hey, the locals called the EMS for you, and they're letting you know that EMS is on the way." Cool. Um, do you want to talk about the next one, the talking while down one?
Talking about down row can be explained a little. It is absolutely no talking in any situation. So talking while down is gonna be, uh, yeah. Honestly, I should
It's a tricky one.
expand on it in the rules. But talking while down is obviously situation by situation. If you're clearly unconscious, like trying to RP it out, because the issue is our system is you'll die if you get down, so there isn't any in between. So it's like if you're if you haven't got any health, obviously you ain't gonna be able to talk. So that's the kind of area.
Yeah, I'd say the main thing is
Working.
just RPing out your injuries. Like,
Yeah,
you
exactly
know,
that. Yeah.
if you passed out from hunger, like maybe you're like on like the brink, you're like barely able to, but like, you're kind of like in between passing out sort of thing. If you were shot in the head, you know, that's a bit different. Maybe you don't talk in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think,
Yeah.
look, I think again it comes back to the common sense thing of like case by case.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of those rules again that's mainly there to just be like, hey, don't go just like talking as if you're RPing when you're down, because that's not realistic.
Yeah. It it is a rule to place something there to be like, yes, it's an overall rule for that scenario, but use common sense to, if you're being and you get shot, obviously you ain't gonna be speaking, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Rampage. That covers it. Don't give comms when shot 10 times in the head.
Exactly
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Uh, I'll just wait to see what Nika says, and then we can move on to the next one. To see that they're typing.
Yeah, exactly that. Yes.
Yeah, just use your common sense. You know, be true to what's actually happened to your character instead of just. Because I know sometimes it'll be like oh this however way you went down was like frustrating, and you want to vent that frustration, but you do still need a sane character to be like if you went flying at you out your windscreen at like a million miles an hour, like not looking at anyone in particular, but uh
Jack.
maybe you're not conscious after. after that event. But like it would be frustrating, and you want to be like, oh, that's so stupid that this
Yeah,
happened. This is this, but yeah.
I'm gonna amend the rules. Yes, I will. Uh,
All right, we love you, Jack.
Dwayne, great segue. Yes, there will be guns in at launch, but they will be behind a gun
Um,
license.
yes, I'll talk more on that in a second. I just want to see, just going back. Uh, can I combat log if motto? Um, yeah, it's a
Surely.
look. Yeah, like I mean, I guess depends what they're doing. Like if they're like,
If they're
if
robbing
they-
your inventory,
if they're
then
robbing, I
yeah.
don't see a problem with it. Um, hopefully there'll be, someone around to ban them pretty quickly, and or hopefully the anti-cheat catches them too, because
Yeah.
that's what it's there for. Uh, but yeah, like if they're like, yeah, if they've, just spawned in like a car on top of you, killed you, and then started robbing you, like I don't see a problem with just FA quitting and then reporting them through the Discord. And then we'll get to them as soon as we can.
So quick one, Hannah. Yes, they'll be for the first couple of days or so, just so we can bump up the numbers, so we can have active emergency services, so the city can run as a full functioning city.
Yeah. Yeah, so touch more on the gun side of things, we've got so obviously PD will have their weapon. They've got like a service pistol that they get their day to day. And then there's also a civilian pistol which is in ammunition, but again you'll need a gun license for that, so you'll need to go talk to PD about that. Crim guns won't be in right at the start. There'll be something that we bring in gradually to kind of give more. There'll be a lot of RP opportunities around how they get brought into the city and how they're found, bought, made, etc. But yeah, as of right now, the crim guns won't be in.
On the where is it? On the can my character be a cadet? I was told there won't be cadets. I mean, honestly, everyone's gonna be the same rank, so it's not gonna really matter too much about cadets. I mean, it's up to you, honestly. If you want to be a cadet, we could sort that out. Um, explanation on green zones and thoughts behind them. Pretty much, they are stated in the rules. What extra thing would you like us to explain?
Yeah, it's pretty standard, like following the standard to like how the other like large RP servers do it as well. Of just you're not going to be starting crime there. You're not going to be bringing crime there, like unless it's like absolutely necessary. Um, like, and if you do, bring a situation from outside into the green zone, you're not immune to any sort of like ramifications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like if you're getting chased by a gang or something, and you run into the hospital, like they can still come in and shoot you. Like the situation started outside of the hospital. But we would really prefer you not doing that and just keeping things outside the green zones.
So to answer your question, Ori, about the 30 minutes and the 4 storms, that is to prevent any people getting greedy either end of the storm and then having to get yeeted because they're too greedy. Trying to rob stores at the end, and then we can't figure out what happened and all that kind of stuff. And then the beginning of the storms is so the everyone can fly in and have PD gatherings and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the reasoning for that. Yes, You may not be used to the four storms, but one, it helps the server out on the back end, and also it'll help with us as the team to help you guys out too. But yeah, anything else on that, Mr. Nick? You know a bit more.
Yeah, like look, I can understand like it takes quite a bit of time. Like 30 minutes before, like at the start and end, does take like an hour out of the what, like 6 hours that you get, which still leaves you 5 hours, right? Which is plenty of time because a lot of our crim stuff doesn't. It's not going to take you like unless like the big RP stuff, sure, will take you quite a while, but like you'll still be able to get quite a lot of stuff done in the 5 hours of a storm. But that's just yeah, again, it's to let PD have their daily briefings because they'll need to be going over like bolos, warrants, all that sort of stuff, what's happening for the day, shift change, all that. So gives them time to get situated, get their cars ready, get their loadouts, their kits, daily carry kits ready, so that they're ready to actually RP with you guys, rather than people just being able to immediately run to stores and just start making money without the chance for PD to respond.
Green zones are for interactions where there's gonna be conflict. If it's investigations, I wouldn't see a reason for conflict to happen, so it shouldn't really hinder the green zone ethic, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say just yeah, it's mainly just hey, don't go starting shit in a green zone.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like the more RP focused areas, I guess you could say. We don't really want it to become a thing of like every time like someone goes to jail but they needed medical attention that their group comes and does a shootout at the hospital sort of thing, or like just shooting up the hospital because you can, or like camping out the hospital because someone's in there. Like we just want it to be a bit more RP focused in those areas.
So scenarios prior to storm, that's hence why we got the 30 minutes, so you can end it 30 minutes prior, so that you don't have to worry about is it gonna play out or not. Because
Yeah, I
you
mean, look,
should
if
already
it,
time it out.
yeah, if you don't like there'll be situations like maybe like a boost or something where you don't exactly like get to end it early, and we understand that.
Yeah, there'll be
Um,
certain stuff for sure.
yeah, there'll be some edge cases. And in that case, the time at the start of the storm allows people to get back on, allows them to have stand up and quickly get some water or something, go take a piss. Like like we do have to remember that we have lives outside of this, and we can't be glued to the screens 24/7. So it's just a quick little brief for everyone to be able to get back in, get back to the positions they were in, and then you can, continue that situation if absolutely necessary. But
Yep.
like AJ said, like if possible, trying to end those situations just before that 30 minutes before at the end of storm, just to make it a bit more of a smooth experience for everyone.
Yeah. Also,
Uh,
it's like when it comes to chases close to the time, especially I've been in these situations in other places, and it's always going to be a case of they will ask you to either come to MRPD if you ended the chase arrested at the end, or if it's like it was in between the chase, it'll probably more likely go where you get away, but obviously it's not to be abused.
yeah, and like we can, yeah, we'll be talking to not just PD, but to the crims as well on like
Yep.
how everyone would like to be going around with that. But if you're, found abusing these things, like, to escape cops and stuff, they are more than welcome to be reporting you for that, and then we will be taking action on that. So just don't go abusing it.
Also,
Um,
a huge highlight on top of that is everything will be changing. So the rules we have could change. The systems in game can change. So it's like
yeah,
all the stuff right now isn't set in stone. This is a fresh slate, fresh server. Everything's going to change. So all these questions and concerns are going to be talked about throughout the server. And also, personally, I want to do community stuff every 4 to 5 weeks, just so everyone's like getting their questions out there, and we're always evolving and getting everything exactly how all of us agree.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, no, sorry, nothing to add to that. That's good. Just wanted to quickly jump back here. Dwayne uh, Kevin already responded to Dwayne about this
Yeah.
one, but just wanted to reiterate on it so he said, not sure if you spoke on the Crim Life much, just what was the situation for drugs in the city, etc. Is there labs? Yeah, as Kevin said, fine on an RP. I will say we've got a good amount of Crim systems for you guys to play with. I've been really excited working with them and implementing them in the city. They're really fun actually and
I've only just
really
found out and
engaging.
I'm so excited. So hopefully you
Yeah,
guys are too.
so trust me, there's a bunch of fun stuff for you guys to do, but we're not going to be spoiling it outside of city. You guys are going to have to go find that stuff in city. Uh, quickly on, yeah, just with what Grim said, um, yeah,
PD's
there's,
discretion, yeah.
yeah, kind of discretion of the parties involved. Like if PD says like, look, we really don't have time to continue with this chase, they can, you know, go from there. But I would much rather prefer like you're hopping back in, just overseeing like, hey, I was part of this. What are we doing from here? And just having like a normal human adult discussion with the other people, being like, how do we want to continue playing this out?
So going forward, um, I will say we are definitely going to be doing announcements for our rule changes, so you ain't got to worry on that front because that is a very important one that
Yeah,
I personally will be doing the announcements for that. Yep. Every time we update something, we shall let you guys know.
yeah. And with like system updates, like changes to stuff in city, um, there might be changes that go unannounced. Like if we suddenly decide, oh, this job is making too much money or this job's not making enough money, we might not put an announcement out just because that'll get people to just start flocking those things. Instead, just finding out in city and being like, oh, they've the city started paying more for this job, or this shop's gotten cheaper. They've lowered their prices, stuff like that. That might not always come out through an announcement. It might just be in city, but stuff like, hey, we noticed there was a huge bug where everyone was running into this issue. That's been resolved. Like that'll be something that we will be announcing. Yeah, well, we'll see when we elect our first president. If
I
we get a
mean,
Republican president, we might have some tariffs coming in from KO. All imported goods from KO are going to be 25% tariffed.
the DOJ and I have been in loose talks to elect someone as a mayor potentially in the future. So you never know. Never know. We could have an actual dictatorship around here. You know what I'm saying?
It's what tabs. Oh, please no.
Yeah, that's the worst
Anything
idea
but
ever.
that.
Yeah. Are you sure about that, Nika? A lot of people's um do inserts. I'm joking, by the way.
All right, is there any more questions?
Yeah. Any more for any more? We got a good chunk of time before we open,
Next
but
20 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, and I will just say, like, we've been doing, like, a lot of work in these last few days, so if you get into the server and something's not working properly, just please let me know. Because I've been trying to wrangle all these scripts to make sure everything's working perfectly for you guys, but I'm only human, so there
Also,
might be stuff that's just not working, and I will get to fixing them as soon as I can.
on that same preface, to be aware for everyone watching this and listening right now, this guy in the chat with me right now is the only script developer we've had for the whole entire server. Usually there's about 15 to 20 in a normal server, so just bear that in mind and just think at how cracked this guy is and how fortunate all of us are to have one individual that's so talented.
Thanks. But yeah, on that, this is if you go into 5M, you might see under the where it says Nameless, it is a passion project. So, like, we're not making money off this. This isn't our like day job. We're just doing this because we like doing it. We want to make a nice, a fun community for all of you. But it won't be perfect. There'll be bugs. There'll be issues. And we hope that you guys can just
Yes,
roll with
there
the
isn't no
stuff.
pay to win. Yeah, that's correct. Yes, there isn't any paying for cars. There isn't any paying for this, paying for that. Maybe if the server grows, we'll probably have prio, of course, because everyone wants to get in all at once. But yeah, any of
we
that
do
pay for
accept
win. No.
we do accept donations in form of Discord Nitro and server boosts. So
True, server boost is accepted. Yes.
server boost, you can see people like Ori here. You get a nice pink name. That's cool. If you want a pink name, you can boost the server.
Boost this. Hell yeah.
Arena Goggle Gang who's joining. We're joining the crew in the Bahamas. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Actually, I want to touch upon that. Yes,
I am not leader. Hold on.
yes, is a touchy subject, but I appreciate you, Raven.
Thank you, Raven.
Appreciate you a lot. Yeah, just want to touch upon the arena clothing because I've had some questions on what the hell is arena and what the hell is arena clothing. So, for those of you to not know what arena is, it is a server usually featured when you open up 5M. It is solely for shooting and shooting only, and no RPs involved. It's a place where the usual suspects
It's just
go
Call of Duty.
to aim and shoot and practice and then come into RP servers to shit on kids, and they think that's cool. So yeah, if you're one of those from there, just remember this is an RP server. If you ain't from there, basically the classic attire is any of the standard GTA armor and gear and the obvious like goggles and bowl cuts and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, for all those that know, you know, but if you do not, that is what it is.
Yeah, I guess like the main thing is just, maybe just trying not to make your character look like a like straight out of Call of Duty or something like
a GTA Online character.
Pretty much. Try put some flair into it. Try put some personality into the costumes you're making.
Yeah, exactly. This is an World War II server. This is an RP server where you roleplay as a character. And also, that's another thing, just before we hop in, is I want to make sure that everyone's on the same aspect of you are entering a brand new place you have brand new aspirations. Your character's brand new. You may know people, you may not. And if you don't know other people, the other people have to respect that too. And also, it's like, you're here to role play, so think about situations prior to acted upon situations, because everywhere that I've been, there's been issues like that. Everywhere where you've been probably is the same. So it's like, just think about stuff prior to doing it. And if you're grinding, hopefully you get some energy drinks because you're going to be there for a while.
Um, yeah, exactly. I just wanted to quickly go back as well. We had another question from Rampage about the green zones. With the apartments and storing illegal stuff in there. It's it's a tricky one, but same kind of rules apply. Like you're welcome to store, whatever stuff you have in your apartments with the stash that you have in there. But, for example, you can't be sitting outside because this one guy is, involved in the drug stuff, and that he stores it in his apartment, so you're just waiting outside the apartment to try catch him as he's bringing drugs in. Like, you can't be camping the zone for that. You can't be, well, if you're, chasing someone, you've been chasing them because you're trying to get, you've had some altercation and they've got drugs that, that you're trying to get off them or whatever, and they are running straight to the apartment to try to put it in, that's a bit of a red flag on them, for just trying to evade a situation like that, and you're more than welcome to chase them in for that. But yeah, again, just really wanting to, just try to avoid those situations. Not using green zones as an immediate safe zone from whatever.
Raven, answer is yes, you are going to be able to, but not straight away. It's going to be almost like businesses where they're going to be announced slash talked about in city when everything's going to be rolled out. So basically, what we're looking for is everyone to RP with everyone, talk with everyone, get your money up, then we'll give you ways to get rid of your money. That's how we're going to do it. I'd like to thank you, fine people who have been hell yeah. I appreciate a lot, DPK.
Yeah, appreciate that.
One random thing that's not really been talked about at all. And also this is good to have on the recording too. If anybody's interested in streaming, we are gonna do some kind of a role in the Discord and probably set up a channel for people that stream. Then we can have you guys represent us, and it ain't gonna be like other servers where if you're inactive you're just off it. Like we know IRL comes first, so I just want to make sure you guys are represented if you are streaming it. I would like you guys to put it in the title, just simply Nameless. It isn't Nameless RP, just a simple word, Nameless, because RP on the end of a server is a bit, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, it's a bit cringe.
It's
but
just
Nameless. Hopefully you guys are interested in streaming, because I will also be at some point as well if I ever get time. But yeah, hopefully you guys are hyped for that too. Hell yeah. Yeah, streamers. Yeah, streaming.
Streamers. Yeah, I think it's time for you to return to streaming, V.
I mean, this would be a good time. This is gonna be a lot of uh, uh hour crunching content. So I mean, possibly. I'm not gonna force you, but it looks like a good opportunity. Train time. No trains. Scared. How come? Is it is it is it that bad? No, obviously, Taps. Why would you say that? Obviously, come on now. That's one that's in the rules anyway, Taps. So yeah. Mr. Nick
Mm-hmm.
is is that an issue?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh no, that's all good in there. Yeah.
That one's fine to be in now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just wasn't sure.
Oh yeah,
Good.
that's all good. I'm gonna switch some about eventually anyway, but yeah, at the beginning that's all good. Yeah. Yeah, a really random one as well. People have been asking me about bikes, two-wheeled motors with engines and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people have been asking me, where's bikes, is bikes, how bikes. I'm gonna say yes, bikes. They are coming, but due to the aspect of tuning the bikes, it's gonna take a little bit. So the beginning you have to get used to cars for just a little bit, and then we shall be rolling them out as soon as possible. We have a shit ton of cars. It's nothing to do because I'm obsessed with adding extra cars, but
not at all.
Yeah, not at all. I have a lot of bikes from old school to sports bike to small bikes. So you guys should be excited for those, whoever's into the bikes. But yeah, anything else? Anything else? I don't see much. To be far. Yeah. Can't really think of much else, to be fair. Any other questions, guys? Right, custom plates. Okay, that's an interesting question. So,
yes, sorry, I saw that we had that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go for it.
So, along with prior, there will be custom plates. So, it's a small thing to support us, and then you get something that isn't game breakingly or pay to win or whatever. It's just a little token to say thank you. It's gonna be a very, very, very small fee of like 3 to 5 bucks. Something small. But eventually we'll set it up along with the pro once we get to that stage. But at the beginning, it's not really gonna be a thing. But eventually it will be.
Yeah. The RP Compliments channel, yeah, just kind of just very generally, like if you have like a good experience with someone, and you want to just let the community know, just be like, hey, had a really good experience with this person, they were great at RPing such and such and such. Yeah, it's not very specific, just very general. Like people in the past have said, thanks for the PD for tonight. The chase was fun, and the banter and the cells was peak. Like DPK said there.
Yeah.
yeah, doesn't have to be like anything crazy. Just if you want to show your appreciation for other people's RP.
Yep, it's just a simple way to appreciate each other. So then everyone will get inspired to one up each other and do better RP and be like, "Oh yeah, you doing great RP," and then another person will be like, "Oh, they did great. I'll show you RP." You know, that kind of stuff. Like, it's small things like that that will hopefully guide us all in the right direction. But yeah, not too shabby. I'm just hyped because, as all the team knows, I've been driving around our city aimlessly with no one to RP with. And finally, after so long, you guys are finally going to be able to join me. There isn't any soon TM. It's 5
Well,
minutes.
there's still soon DM.
I mean, technically, yeah. Okay, lazy. I mean the community. You guys have been there, but haven't.
Lazy or a no.
Lazy's just been lazy. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. I'm joking, lazy. I'm joking. Please don't leave us, please.
Did you end up opening the tutorial one yet or not?
What was that?
The channel? No, no.
Oh,
Are we opening the
we can
tutorial
do it
channel
right now if
today?
you want.
Yeah. Well, we'll open up we've made a channel for keybinds and tutorials. So there'll be some tutorials coming out at some
Soon.
point when they're made, soon DM.
Soon TM.
But for now, we've got the lovely Lazy who has made some.
He isn't lazy, guys.
He isn't lazy. That's just his name. He's made some lovely diagrams here for you guys to see the important keybinds. There's one for uh general, like for general people, and then there's one for the government jobs as well for your specific keybinds. So there we go. We've just opened that up. If you want to look in it's just under the rules channel. It's called Keybinds and Tutorials. If you want to have a look there.
Also, if you guys are feeling like you are missing channels, press Nameless at the top left, and then press Show All Channels. Check the check mark, and you should see all the channels available to your roles.
Yeah, it's an annoying thing that Discord does for these community type servers where they don't automatically show you all the channels, and it's like, well, be good if you could. So yeah, just make sure that check mark is ticked, and you'll be able to see everything that you can. All right, have fun, DBK. Glad to have you here for the meeting. We'll see you in city.
You know what? I love that group. Like, from when Ori joined and she invited all of her friends, all of them come from playing D&D, which is a great segue into RP. It's so good. I'm so happy we got these kind of people around. What's RP with the stat summons? Yeah, exactly. Yep, GTA RP equals video game D&D. Yep, I agree with that. That's the point, guys. Custom clothing layer for gang. So, this is another question I've actually had a lot. I totally forgot to even touch upon this. So, when it comes to custom clothing, I swear we've written it somewhere or something. Somewhere it says something about something along the lines of it. But I'll say it for the recording and for you guys. The server is a place where we believe you should earn stuff rather than get stuff just because you're hanging around with your friends. So along the RP trail of creating a gang and eventually being established, then we could have a talk about certain clothing and colors and logos on clothing and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff comes when you show us that you are a well organized gang and have great roleplay aspects for us to reward you because of your RP. That's the way we like to do
Yeah.
it, because we ain't a server where you're just gonna give us a lot of cash and we'll give you a lot of shit. I hate them servers, and we are not one of those at all, ever, will never be. Because as we said, this is a passion project. We're giving content to you. We don't expect anything. This is a love letter to the GTA 5 community, because we love RP just as much as you love RP. Yo. What do you mean I won't start with $5 million? Yes. Yes, you will. You will not start with 5 million, but you'll start with 5,000 maybe, if that. But yeah, it's just hit restart. So I think
All right. Well,
I think it's time to announce that it's
time
gonna
to
be
see
next
what.
week.
Time to see what's broken, I guess. Yeah. I guess just a good thing to quickly mention, if something is like majorly broken, I promise you guys I will do my best to retain the character data. Um, if I do have to wipe for whatever reason, I promise I will let you know, and I will let you know well in advance. But hopefully I don't ever have to.
Rocky, no. That is a hard no. Yep.
Yeah, that is a hard against the rules.
Yep.
All communication needs to be done in city if you're in city.
If you are in Discord and in RP, you will be banned, and I'm not gonna show no mercy.
Oh, all right. Do you want to set the role for the server, or do you want me to do it?
I'm still recording, so
All right.
you'll
Well,
be the
I
better
will do it.
person.
Yeah, but we don't want to show all that.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
listed.
just a quick
We have
one.
100 whitelisted. Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
Proud of you
it's
guys.
insane.
Guys, stop trying to connect. It's not gonna work. Sorry, I can see it all in the
Yeah,
server
I
console.
know.
Everyone's trying to connect.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I will let you know when it's up. So I have to do some
So
settings.
just before you guys rush in, there's a thing with the clothing menu where I know 9 times out of 10 of you guys will get into this. It's a tiny bit finicky, but if you select a texture 2 on another thing that doesn't have a texture 2, you won't see any more items. So you go back to the item original and go to the texture 1, so then you can see the rest of the items. Because I know it's going to happen, and I can see tickets and everything. Just I can't do this. I can't see close this and the other. And then the second thing would be going into the server. Alt-I is to get out of your apartment. Just to make you aware prior to going in. Yes, there's going to be information on how to do so, but I just want to help you guys out, because I have a feeling that everyone's going to be like, how do I get out of this apartment? I'm trapped. But yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
help you guys
actually
out.
need to check something real quick before I can actually open that I forgot about.
No worries at all.
which was the I changed it from a notification
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a alert dialog. I just actually need to make sure that you guys don't get stuck in that
Yep.
because I changed that last night.
Yep.
But then we'll be open. Trust me. Only if my game would work, then I could do it. But sometimes 500 hates
Yeah,
us.
great. This fucking guy, right? Am I right, guys? This guy.
All right, we're gonna have to delay another few days, guys. Joking.
Oh, any
A
other
few more minutes to write your book.
any other small questions prior to happening, guys? Just to wrap up. Where's the connect code? So you'll see a channel in the Discord called Server Info. And then you just press the button and it will open your 5M and connect. Or alternatively, on the same area, the code is there. You just copy and paste it.
We should actually make sure that they can see that channel.
Yeah, they can. Only whitelists can see it.
It's not showing them in the list
Wait, what?
of like people who can see it.
What?
We might have taken it at some point after the testing.
Well, that's not fair. Let me rectify that real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
My fault, actually. Sorry.
But no point clicking connect just yet, anyways.
Yeah,
You guys can see it now, but
spamming that button will also not work right now as well. So yeah.
it'll just say you're not whitelisted, which
yeah,
is technically true.
I mean, DBK Nick had to sort some things out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go. You go D&D stuff anyways, so you'll be fine.
True, but yeah, I'm gonna end the recording, but
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm staying here until we can let you guys know when it's over.
100%. Appreciate you guys for listening, and catch you on the next meeting, hopefully in like 4 or 5 weeks' time. Peace.